Hi, it's Pastor Paul Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Terrific Tuesday. We thank God He has blessed us. We're almost midway of the week, and God has been a terrific God like always. We've seen so much that has happened in our world over the past few weeks, and we're just still saying, God, you are terrific. You're an awesome God. We don't fully understand what's going on, but we put our faith and our trust in you because we know that you are an all-wise God. Today, I want to ask that you would look with me into the book of James, the 3rd chapter, verses 17 through 18. It is here that in the book of James, we begin to hear James talk about wisdom and how wisdom comes from above. My brothers and sisters, in the contemporary world in which we live today, some people believe that wisdom is the assimilation of all these thoughts and ideas that are out there and applying them. But that's not really wisdom. That's just a collection of data. When you and I begin to hear about all the wonderful things that people have found out to believe, this is a wise idea. But the Bible lets us know that real wisdom comes from above. And that wisdom can only come whenever you and I, as the people of God, have enough time with God to realize that it is God sending to us the information that we need from an atmosphere, from a portal that's outside of our normality. God sends us His word. God sends to us revelation knowledge. God sends to us that which is outside of our own comprehension. It is almost as though, have you ever been sitting at a place and then all of a sudden, after you've been pondering over a thought and an idea, a light bulb goes off in your mind, as we say. That means, oh, I finally figured out the answer. But it really wasn't us figuring out the answer. It was God giving to us that wisdom that comes from above. The text says that that wisdom that comes from above is, first of all, pure. That means that God will always give us those things that are pure. We live in a world today that so many people have tainted and polluted what we believe to have been some of the great wisdoms that we will find in this world. But we must always remind ourselves that true wisdom teaches us how important it is to, first of all, love God, but then love everybody else that God puts on this earth. That we must learn to love God and to love the people that He placed here. Because whenever love is our true and our sincere motivation, we will find out that so many things will open not only for this world, not only for us, but we'll begin to see God's Spirit opening up so many of our lives. He talks about it's pure and it comes from above. That means you and I have to think not on the earthly level, but let's take it up a step higher. We have to put our thoughts on those things that are above, those things that are of great virtue. The Bible says to think about those things that are praiseworthy, that are honest, that are true, that are pure. Well, in our world in which we live today, so many things and so much of our world becomes tainted. It becomes tainted because people put a spin on it for their ideology, on their own concepts of what they believe life is about and what is most important. But the Bible teaches us what is most important. It tells us that the whole duty of man is to, first of all, fear God and to keep His commandments. Now, that's great wisdom, because when we have an awesome kind of hold God in awe, that's what it means by fear. It's not so much that we believe God is always looking to catch us doing something, but does that mean to hold God in reverence, to say, God, I reverence your name. I will never use your name in vain. I will never take your name out of context. Because I honor your name, and by honoring your name, God, I know that you will allow me to be the instrument that you would have me to be. It talks about it's from above. And when we honor God and when we give God the praise, the glory, and all the honor that He is due, it is then that we'll find out that our thoughts will be on doing that which brings God glory, not ourselves. Oftentimes we have to check ourselves to ask ourselves the question, whenever we come up with an idea or thought or something that needs to happen, the first question is that, does this bring God glory? And then secondly, does it point to God and not to me? So oftentimes we point to ourselves because we think that, oh, we're so wise, but we really are not. It is only God's revelation knowledge that He reveals to us. And then people will see that, oh, you must have spent some time with God. And then when all of us do that, what a wonderful world this would be. I pray God to send us all that wisdom that comes from above, the wisdom to teach us that we must all learn to love each other and to work together here on this planet that we call Earth, because the world is big enough for all of us to have a small portion. And if we share it, just think how much it will multiply. May God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.